Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Deidre. We are continuing our conversation about workplace microaggressions with Marquise. And the last session, she was going to give us an example of some workplace microaggressions that she has witnessed amongst employees. So Marquise, you have the floor.
Thank you. So I remember a time with, two of my team members, one really wanted to go to lunch, and the one who was waiting to come back, the person kind of took their time. So she nicely said, "Hey, you're late. I have other lunch breaks I have to cover." So the person who came back late from lunch, she kind of snapped at her, and this was a nice young girl, but at that point, I think she had all she could take with microaggressions because they had been at her from day one. And she just pretty much was like, okay, this was not going to happen today. This was about to go down. So that was one of the few times that I had microaggressions demonstrated on my team because I had a zero tolerance for it. Like, no, we're not doing this. So because I dealt with it every day from corporate, and I didn't want my staff to have to deal with it as well.
Okay. Can you discuss the importance of training and education in preventing microaggressions in the workplace?
It's a lot of, to be honest with you, it's all on the personality of the person. I don't think it is a training that's for it. It's just how you treat people. We shouldn't have to have a training for microaggressions. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. It's going to come out. And there's no training for it. If you disrespect people, that's just who you are. I can't train you on how to treat people right.
All right. It's a character flaw. So,
It's a character flaw, big time. How
what
do I look like? What do I look like sitting there and someone showing me how to treat somebody with respect, showing me how to talk to somebody without having them feel like they're the lowest thing on earth, or their ideas are not worth 2 cents? Like, how do you train somebody to do that? That's just in them.
Amen. All right. What
Mhm.
advice would you give to someone who is trying to advocate for themselves or others in the workplace where microaggressions are occurring?
Just continue to be yourself and stand on your word. Do not allow a person to get comfortable with disrespecting you. Because once they get comfortable with disrespecting you, they're gonna feel like that's the norm. And you never want any type of form of disrespect to be the norm.
It really has to be a shift and change in culture. And a lot of times that
Yeah.
starts from the top. But if it's not at the top, sometimes it has to start at the mid leadership level to try
Yeah.
to change
Hmm.
the culture. All right.
Absolutely.
And so you've shared some microaggressions that were directed strictly towards you. Did it shape your perspective on the workplace as far as diversity and inclusion when you experienced it?
Well, when I experienced it, I just basically you know, I shut down for a few minutes to get myself together so I won't snap on anybody. But the way I came at it is like every little slick comment is a learning lesson. It's just like how 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 could I word this? It's like when I experience microaggressions, sometimes it pisses me off, but then sometimes I look at it as a challenge because it's like, okay, you're coming at me for a reason. Are you intimidated me by me of who I am, my education, or what I bring to the table? So yeah, sometimes microaggressions to me is a compliment because you're pissed off. I didn't piss you off for something. I don't know why, but what? What? So
Okay. So have you seen any positive changes in your workplace regarding the handling of microaggressions? Are they being addressed? And if so, what initiated these changes? Because sometimes it takes meeting someone where they're at and, as you say, match their energy.
yes, I well, when I was there, I did Well, see, I'm gonna tell you, with me, I saw the microaggression kind of backed off because I had a strong leader to put not I don't want to say protect, but we were on the same page. We were on the same page. So therefore, I was not the only one that saw it. A lot of times too, when you feel like you're being targeted as with microaggression, people kind of hide, but like, oh, you're just overreacting. Oh, that's just who they are. But if more than myself see it, then it's not a problem. And I think being that my leader, who I was under at the time, saw the behavior as well and was able to help me address it.
Excellent, excellent.
Mm.
I can remember being in corporate and I would see or I would hear, oh, well, she's just not a morning person. Well, that has nothing to do with character. That has nothing to do with
No,
manners. I don't come to my workplace and expect to be snapped on because you haven't had your morning coffee.
right.
That's unacceptable.
And
Okay.
if you're not a morning person, work at night.
Exactly,
Go
exactly.
get a job at night.
I love it. Okay. So, what personal strategies have you developed to cope with or combat microaggressions in your professional life?
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have any personal strategies because my mouth is so loose and reckless. I just know how to use my words in a very professional manner and match their energy. Like if you're coming at me crazy, you're going to know that I recognize that, and we're going to have a conversation that one of us going to probably be uncomfortable with, but it's still going to be in a professional manner.
Most definitely. Crucial conversations are necessary when someone is overstepping their boundaries. So,
I always say that I'm a work in progress when it comes to my mouth.
when it comes to,
My mouth.
oh, okay. Aren't we all?
Hmm.
So we're going to leave it right there, but I definitely want you to come back because there are different
Yes.
aspects of the workplace that we can definitely unpack. So we'll leave it there. And I just want to say thank you for your time. And I always appreciate your honesty and candidness when it
Not a
comes to
problem.
saying what's on your mind. So, all right, everyone. As always, self-love is sexy. Be selfish in your love for self and selfless in your love for others. If you enjoyed this video, like it. If you found it useful and want to see more, subscribe. If it pertains to someone you know, share it. And if you have an opinion, leave a comment. A conscious mind will do all four. Thank you.
Bye, Dr. Deidre.
See you.